Welcome back, kings and queens. This is take 2 of us recording this exact same episode.
Things just cannot go right these last couple weeks,
Yeah.
which transitions into what we want to talk about. But first, if you've made it to this point and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Living under a rock? No, you're not Patrick, but you're living under a rock.
It doesn't take a lot of effort to make it to this point, Nate. It's like 20 seconds in. Yeah.
Well, you know what? People watch the podcast episodes, they tune in for 2 seconds and then they leave. Yeah, I see you. They do. I see the stats. Think I don't see you just popping in and then leaving. What are you doing?
Anyways, like, subscribe, follow our Twitter, Instagram. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
I tell my friends.
Yeah, you better do it. And actually, you know why they should do it?
Why?
Because there's actually something we need to be announcing that I forgot on take 1.
Oh.
Here soon, we're going to be starting giveaways.
Oh, yeah.
And the way it's going to do it, and we're going to switch it from platform to platform. We're not going to stay the same. So you got to be following us on everything. So whenever we post something, we'll post information about a giveaway. And the way it's probably going to work is you need to tag a couple friends in the comments of the post. And then that's how we're going to do it. And we'll verify that you're following us, put it into a random generator, pick someone. And what I'll do is you kind of get your choice of if you want a t-shirt, long sleeve, hoodie, and we can set up a meeting and go through and I can either custom make you something or you can take a look at what we have on the store existing and get one of those. Yeah. And that'll be that.
Exciting.
Much wow. Great excite. Very nice. Great success.
Yeah. So into the things we're talking about. So Talal's not here, as you could probably obviously tell by the lack of his smooth voice. So he just had some stuff going on. But we're here. It's been 3 weeks since we recorded last. Oh. So we're just gonna catch you up real quick on what's been going on with us and what's going on with the internet right now, because we're recording right now on the 18th, and a bit of a madness happened last night that we're gonna talk about in a little bit. But first, Nate, what's the reason we haven't recorded in 3 whole weeks?
Man, I'm so glad you asked. I actually have no idea.
Really? Because I feel like I feel like it has something to do with your phone ricocheting into your laptop screen and creating a spider web.
You know, when you put it that way, that sounds awful. It sounds like I just full on sent it. I just sent her a little too hard, Bob.
Yeah.
So I was studying for an exam and I was getting a little heated, you know, as one does when you keep messing up. And so I decided to take a break, step away, and I dropped my phone. And when I went to catch it, I accidentally backhanded it dead smack on the middle of my screen and shattered the LCD into a very lovely spider web.
Yeah. So it was getting that picture. I wasn't sure how to react because I didn't know if it was real. I was like, oh yeah, big jokester. It's almost April Fool's Day. Like, Nate definitely set his background to a shattered LCD. But no, I made him send me video proof and like touching the screen, and it was like bending with just like a little touch. So
yeah, I was clicking the keyboard, clicking my mouse and everything, and no, it was for real. Unfortunately, very, very large nightmare because it was supposed to be done in a week, and it took the guy a week and a half. And I didn't get any updates on, which I was actually a little upset about that, but it's fixed. So what I didn't tell you real quick is the frame of the lid, because this is a really thin. I have a really thin bezel and everything on this.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll have to send you like a video or picture later, but it's actually bent. The lid itself
Oh,
will not close flush all the way now.
oh, that's
Like he showed it to me whenever he fixed it, and he's like, I don't know how this happened, but your lid is bent. And I was like,
oh.
huh?
Like Scoob, what do you mean?
Exactly.
Oh man.
I was like, what? But yeah, no, it's curved
So
like a Coke bottle and then some.
that took a good bit to get fixed, and then Talal and I decided that Nate was doing a little too much, and we just needed to take a break for a little bit. So then we took a break.
I got put on the bench, guys.
Yep.
But you know what though? I was saying this the other night. It actually wasn't the worst thing because while I was on the bench, I was still working.
Yes.
And it gave me a lot of time to come up with ideas and stuff, which actually is going to lead to I don't know if we want to announce this or not.
Let's just not, because I don't know what you're talking about.
What we were talking about after the fight before we started recording the first time. Channel. Game Pass.
Don't. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, sure. We're planning on doing gaming content at some point soon.
And we're probably gonna do it personal channels, I'm thinking.
I agree. I
So
think it just makes it easier. So we'll come out with details about that now. Not now. We'll come with details about that later, about what kind of games we're going to be playing, and we'll keep you guys updated. But it's just exciting stuff that's happening. You get to see us either be really good at certain video games or be absolutely terrible at probably most of the video games we play. So that's exciting.
You know, I just realized.
What?
I was wondering why my webcam wasn't moving when I was adjusting it. It's because it's don't worry about it. It's fine. It's all messed up over here.
You can switch it.
I have my I don't know what pick up my no, because if I unplug my USB from my phone, it's gonna take me off my hotspot since I'm having internet issues. And if I put the mic into my splitter, it won't pick up. It's fine.
Yeah. Talal, can you cut that last bit out? It's kind of boring.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Okay, so the main event of today's discussion is if you don't know what happened, there was a boxing match last night of Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. Jake Paul, the infamously hated YouTube, whatever you want to call him. I don't even think
vlogger.
He's a YouTuber anymore. He doesn't even do vlogs anymore. He just doesn't.
Vlogging hasn't been
anymore.
Yeah.
But Jake Paul and Ben Askren, Bellator MMA champion, Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. Big deal. Retired from MMA, father of 3. So the fight happened last night. A lot of predictions going into it. Oh, Ben Askren's gonna destroy Jake. Doesn't even have a chance.
With the record he has, rightfully justifiable.
Yes. I saw a lot of tweets about it, but real quick, Jake Paul knocked out Ben Askren in the first round within 2 minutes.
1 minute, 59 seconds.
Yeah. Not the biggest surprise. Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, like you and I were talking about a little bit earlier, and Askren, I've even heard him say it himself in interviews. He knows he's not a good striker.
Yeah.
And he wanted to try and prove against that. But like, dude, you I'll respect to you, but you're a wrestler. You're not a boxer.
Yeah.
You're not a good striker. And I didn't expect him to show out. I really didn't.
Also, I think that the biggest thing, not even the fact that he's not a very good striker, he's very far past his prime.
Oh,
he's retired.
Sure. I mean, he's retired for a reason.
Yes, he absolutely did. And I think if it was Ben Askren in his prime, it would have been completely different. Because I mean, I've seen videos of Ben Askren in his prime on the ground with a guy on top of him getting his face pummeled into a UFC floor, and he wins that fight. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. The first hit that he really got hit with against Jake, the first real hit sent him onto the canvas. So, I mean, it happens. It happens.
I mean, you can't like, and this is what I feel like a lot of people do with these matches like this. Like, he lost. Like same thing that happened with the last McGregor fight where he lost. So many people hated on him, and it's like, it's hard to do because they have such a legacy and their record. If you look at what they've done, they're some of the best in history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Askren only lost how many fights out of how many? Like the guy was insane.
Let me
even in high school. You know, even in high school, he was insane. In college, elite, like absolutely wild. It's hard to hate somebody like that, and to try and boo him.
Here's Ben Askren's criteria, I guess you could say. A 2-time Division I wrestling national champion, became a champion at Bellator and won championship. That's like the title of a championship. Before finishing his MMA career in the UFC, he amassed a record of 19-2 before retiring in November 2018. 19-2 is incredible.
Have you seen his wrestling record?
No.
Let me look that up for you real quick.
I mean,
his wrestling.
I feel like people see like a record of like 19-2 and they're like, oh, 19-2. But it's like, you realize this guy's, he wins, like the chances of him winning are very low. Chances of him losing, rather.
So his NCAA record, he graduated with a record of 153-8.
Oh.
7 of those losses were by one guy, Chris Pendleton, and then one of them was by Ryan Langle. But he went 153-8. He has 2 Dan Hodge trophies. I think it's Shales Award, 2 NCAA championships, 2 Big 12 championships, 91 pins, which is the third most in NCAA Division I history.
NCAA.
I borked it. I goofed it. I was doing a little bit too much of chit in the chat.
Yeah. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, Nate and I talked about this real quick before we actually started doing this. Jake Paul has fought 2 not particularly in great shape FIFA gamers and a retired NBA player, and now a father of 3 that looks like a milk bag. Like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I feel like I could get in a boxing ring with somebody that was out of shape and probably do well if I was in Jake Paul's shape. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Him beating Ben Askren is not that impressive to me.
No.
And I feel like it's not impressive to a lot of people. It's just,
I feel like those that it is impressive to, it's because they're, I don't want to say necessarily blinded by his record, but you know, I mean, in terms of that, I guess it's kind of a big deal. But again, like we already said, he's retired, 3 kids, like he's retired for a reason. Like,
yeah, he's got everything good going for him, and he wanted to see if he could do it and make some money. Like,
and I'm sure he made a big bag.
Absolutely.
Even with losing, made a big bag.
I mean, people were saying like 500K, but like,
still, like that's not bad.
Yeah, still, even if it was 500K, that's really good. But I think it was more than that.
I tell you what though, like if you actually sit down and look at the bag that people or the purse, I guess is what the technical
Yeah,
term is, that the fighter's purse and everything, even if you lose or win, like it's not a really large amount typically.
it's yes. I saw on so one of Logan Paul's friends, Mike, went on a podcast and said that Logan and KSI walked away with $1 million apiece.
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't know about you, but I don't remember if it is or isn't, but like largest pay-per-view event in history, and the fighters walk away with that much money without crazy performances.
Yeah.
Like the people that performed there performed because each individual fighter requested it.
Hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. I doesn't seem like a ton. I wonder where a lot of that money went. I mean, renting out the Staples Center isn't
Yeah.
something small, but if you look at the price of the price of the tickets, ringside tickets were expensive. Pay-per-view tickets, there it was a ridiculous pay-per-view bag. The amount of money that they probably made off of pay-per-view alone was probably huge, and especially for this Jake Paul Ben Askren fight. Pay-per-view for KSI versus Logan Paul 2. I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't the $50 Jake Paul was charging. $50. I feel bad for anybody that paid $50 for that fight.
Yeah.
I watched it illegally and I still feel like I was cheated out of my money. Like,
I don't know if you're supposed to say that, Buck.
what are they, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna do what? We're a podcast that has like less than 300 total views.
Actually, we
What's
are above 300.
oh, less than
Yeah,
400
right.
total views. What's gonna happen? But it's like, I don't know. It's just it didn't seem like that huge of a deal total.
It's not
Like,
surprising
no.
overall. It just nothing about it was super surprising. I didn't even watch the fight. As much as I hated it, I knew what the outcome was going to be, and I was right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Take it as you will.
I
With a grain of
watched it
salt.
with some of the boys. We were all being illegal together. Watched it with some of the boys, and there were 3 fights leading up to their fight. And let me tell you, it was a sham. Like, it was ridiculous. The first fight was somebody that's 8-0 professionally in boxing and a music artist. It was his professional debut. You know that was second round done. The actual pro boxer won. Easy. That would, like, I'm
Naturally.
sure he got presented that and was just like, "Oh, you mean you're going to pay me to have a sparring match? A really easy sparring match?"
Literally, that's whenever you say it like that, that's literally all it was.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that. So for some reason, Triller, the streaming service, found it necessary to have the D'Amelio sisters presenting the belts to each of the winners. Don't know why. I don't know why they thought that was necessary. Like, they had Snoop Dogg and Pete Davidson commentating. That was a genius move.
I wish I
They
would have
had
tuned in just for that.
they had music performances. They had like Saweetie and then Doja Cat, which is like, okay, they're fine. They're just like doing sexually illicit things to the stage. Like, I started doing homework when that happened. I have no desire for that. And then
Takes me back to Shakira and was it Beyonce at the Super
yeah,
Bowl?
that's completely different though. That's Shakira, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Like, At least it's good music.
Yeah.
But then another performance was it was Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, E40, and Too Short, and they all like performed individually, and then they came together. They have a few songs together, and they performed a song together, and they were all sitting on thrones, which
That's baller.
it was incredible. Like I
That's baller.
thoroughly enjoyed that. Um, and then Justin Bieber performed, which was great. Like
Oh,
Justin Bieber's just he's a great guy now. His music is very good. And I just liked seeing normal things happening. Honestly, seeing concerts happening because that
yeah.
gives me hope that I can go to a concert in the near future.
I've never been to one.
I've been to two, but I want to go to like a crazy one. Like that's one of my dreams
You
in
got to
my
get to
life.
Astro World, dude.
Yeah,
Astro World would be perfect. If you want something crazy, go to
I
Astro World.
know. I would cry. I would cry if I got to go to a Travis
People
Scott
people that
concert.
get kicked out, he brings on stage.
Yeah. He doesn't let security guards touch fans
I know.
because it's incredible. But um the second fight was I don't remember their records. They're both boxers though. And we called them me and my friends that were watching called them Ninja and DDG because Ninja has blue hair and the guy that was fighting had blue hair, and DDG is a rapper who has cornrows, and the fighter had cornrows. So DDG versus Ninja. It basically turned out how you would expect DDG versus Ninja to actually happen. The the fight began and it was a 10 round overall fight. They only made it to round 5 before DDG hit Ninja with some sort of it was I'm trying to see if I can verbally describe this as much as I can. Um he tucked down and went for a right hook and hit like with his entire like forearm and hand hit the side of his body. And the guy with blue hair tried he immediately collapsed. The commentators were saying that he was just throwing the fight. He knew he was losing, wanted to be done. Absolutely shameful if you ask anybody that cares about boxing. Absolutely shameful. Um,
Yeah.
rolled around and was claiming to be so in pain for about 5 minutes until the
Say
ref basically told him to just leave. And the DDG character was given a belt by the D'Amelio sisters. So I
Hey,
think
you know
that
what? Easy clap for him, I guess.
yeah, honestly, it was like I don't know. He was doing the ninja guy was doing really well. Like he probably won the first 2 rounds as far as points go. He was doing really well. And he was good. He was strong. And then he just I don't know, signed up for a 10 round fight and got gassed in the second round, which is
That's a
ridiculous.
shame.
Yeah. But
If you can't go the distance, don't sign up for it.
yeah, like
That's the way I look at it, especially in the fighting world. Like nobody's gonna have pity on you.
no, absolutely nobody. And
And
you've seen
especially,
that.
and here's the thing: if he ever goes to do fights in the future, everybody's going to bring that up. That he
Yes,
just
every single
out.
press conference an opponent he faces is going to bring that up and rub it in his face.
Yeah. Worst thing he could have possibly done. Just retire now, dude.
Yeah, he could have like forfeited and that would have been better.
That would have been better than just
Because it's like you acknowledge, okay, I'm done. But he tried to play it off like it was an illegal shot. I don't know if he was trying to say that it was a groin shot or like below, just like
below the
slightly
belt.
below his belt. But the commentators were watching back the strike and were like, Snoop Dogg was yelling like, "You ain't even get hit, son." It was like, I don't know. When Snoop Dogg is making that much sense about boxing, you did something wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Since we're on the topic of Snoop Dogg, real quick intermission.
Yeah,
You want to hear a Snoop Dogg joke?
sure. Let's get.
Why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella all the time?
Why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella all the time?
Faux drizzle.
That's terrible. You might as well have just played off a shot as illegal and cried around on the floor for 5 minutes in a pro boxing fight. That's what that was. Good job.
No, come on. That was so much more creative, though.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, so the DDG character received a belt from the D'Amelio sisters, which I don't know. I feel like those kind of even out. So you just like nothing really even happened. You received a belt from the D'Amelio sisters, but you received a belt, so it just evens out and nothing happened. And then the third fight was
that was the heavyweight one.
Yes, it was a heavyweight fight. I'm gonna see what like the names of the guys so that I can give them credit because it was a great fight.
70-pound difference. That's impressive,
70-pound weight difference, which is
that's a lot.
Crazy.
That's a lot. That's a big difference. It's like
here it is. So
David versus Goliath.
Steve Cunningham versus Frank Mir. So Steve Cunningham has a good professional record. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Good professional boxing record. Frank Mir is an MMA fighter. It was his debut.
And I've been seeing a lot of MMA fighters crossing over into boxing lately.
Yes.
I'm not really sure why.
I think it was.
Is there more money in boxing?
McGregor versus Mayweather. McGregor went into boxing.
Yeah, well, I knew that, but
it's not an unheard of thing to do by any means, but it's
becoming a lot more common now.
Yes,
though.
It's much more popular. So Steve Cunningham versus Frank Mir. Frank Mir is 70 pounds heavier. And you look at the fight and you think 70 pounds heavier, very talented MMA guy. That's pretty solid. And very like incredibly muscular guy with a great boxing record. Like I feel like that kind of evens out. The weight and the experience even out. It was an incredible fight. There like a lot of respect between the two guys. There was one time that Cunningham got a nice combo on Frank Mir towards the middle of the fight at like right as the bell rang, and Frank Mir like turned around and like shook his hand. Like it was just like very cordial. And Steve Cunningham came out on top at the end by I think it was by way of decision. I think that it lasted the full 10 rounds. I'm not 100% sure on that though. But it was a great fight. And then Justin Bieber performed, and then it was Jake Paul versus Ben Askren, and that happened. So Jake Paul just needs to fight a real boxer. That's all that needs to happen. And like,
well, he's now gonna claim he's fought a real fighter and this and that, and like the guy's been retired for how long?
Yeah, it's like you need to pick your fighter, not just an easy fight. You need to pick your fighter so that it's going to be somebody that actually proves that you can fight. Like, I'm not saying that Jake Paul can't fight, because Jake Paul would absolutely wipe the floor with my teeth. Like, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like he needs to fight a real boxer, and it can't be, I don't think that he should fight KSI. KSI doesn't need that.
I don't think JJ would take it, because again, like I was telling you before, he has nothing to prove with that fight.
Yeah, He's
We
got
have
nothing to
absolutely
prove.
nothing to prove.
He literally does not need more money from a boxing fight that he has a solid chance of losing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like JJ is not really even the best opponent for Jake Paul at this point. He's not. KSI.
He's not up to par.
I don't think that he's on the same level as far as boxing goes. And this is coming from two incredible KSI fans. KSI is currently my wallpaper. And
See, I haven't gone that far to put Fat Neek on my wallpaper.
No,
dude.
it's a cool one. Just leave me alone, bro. But it's like he's the reason that I started working out. He went from chubby gamer to
elite level athlete.
Yeah, elite level athlete in a few months. So he's the reason I started working out. And I don't know. It's just as somebody who's a very big fan of him and legitimately cares about him, that's the last thing that he should do is take that fight.
Yeah, I agree, 110%.
And
it's not. He really doesn't need the money. I mean,
no, dude. KSI has money. Dude has like a good. I'm sure he has like a comfortable amount in his bank account. But thinking about the properties that dude probably owns, like he's smart with money.
Yeah,
I know he has tons of properties that he just collects revenue from.
His net worth is probably.
Let's give it a check.
I'm curious, actually.
This is absolutely wrong. 15 million. That's such
it?
a low ball.
Who was that by? Forbes?
Wealthy Gorilla. Oh, let's see if Forbes is anywhere on here. Celebrity net worth. That's not goal.com mirror. Oh, Forbes isn't there. I don't think that KSI has reached the level for Forbes. Celebritynetworth.com. Yeah, 15 million again. That's such a low ball. Let's see what they think PewDiePie.
It's fine. We all know Forbes can't count anyways, according to Kanye.
PewDiePie net worth at 40 million? No way.
What?
No way. Let's see if Forbes has it for PewDiePie. Yeah, Forbes. Here it is.
Financial research on this.
He was the highest paid YouTube star in 2016.
I believe it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it doesn't give an approximation of his net worth, but I'm sure his net worth is easily double that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Bro, my net worth is like, I don't know, $3,000 maybe. That's being generous. With the amount of just like stuff that I have. $3,000 is generous.
Mine's actually probably a good bit. I'm not gonna lie.
This is how you know that net worth approximations are currently done. They're absolutely wrong. What do you think Drake's net worth is? Drake, you will go down as one of the greatest, like
a few hundred million,
musicians.
Probably.
One of the greatest musicians of all time. It says that his net worth is roughly 180 million.
No way.
No.
There's no way.
If Kanye's net worth is
he's over $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Now, I don't know how that's going to play out with the divorce, but still.
I mean, Kim Kardashian's pretty close to a billionaire herself.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering, like, is he going to lose any of that with that? Like, I just don't know. Yeah, I'd assume somehow, some way.
Jeff Bezos lost a big chunk of his money, but that didn't stop him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Drake's net worth is probably $500,000. No, $500,000,000 easily.
$500,000, Drake. I'm coming for you, bro.
$500,000, dude. Can't even afford one of your cars, dude. I don't know what you're doing with all those cars. But I don't know. Net worth is such a weird thing. It's
Well,
like
it takes into account all possessions. Takes into
possessions
account
and annual income
yes.
and promised
Debts,
income.
promised income, debts are withdrawn from it. And
So promised
I don't
income
know,
is
something
like
like that.
pension, for example, 401k, something like that.
Yeah.
Income that's promised to you at a later date.
Yes.
But it's just, I don't know. You think of what Drake has easily.
What was the how did the song go? I got 2 houses, 32 million in total. The mortgage.
Yeah.
Got
dude,
2 mortgages with 30 million in total, something like that.
Dude, that much money in a house.
Disgusting.
Like,
Disgusting.
I think your house should not do that to your net worth. I think that your house shouldn't be so much of a majority of your net worth by any means. It's going to be a chunk,
Yeah.
but that much with the cars that he has, like crazy cars, the crazy clothing he has, and the vomit-inducing amount of money he makes from music is ridiculous.
Dude, residual income is something to be reckoned with. If you get
Absolutely.
things going right, residual income is incredible.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, assets, stocks.
Yeah, that all gets taken into account.
Yeah, crazy. But I don't know.
Imagine if you
feel like-
put a couple years ago, if you put $1 million into Bitcoin. Imagine what it would be now. What is it around? Still like 50,000 something?
It's
From like 13,000 it was.
I think it's about 56,000.
Yeah. So like imagine how much growth.
Yeah. Guess what it's at right now?
Around 60,000.
$56,062. Look how close I was.
I need to just throw a few dollars and let it sit because it's gonna go over 60,000 and start climbing towards 70,000. It just keeps going up.
That's what
like every month it's gone up about $10,000 ish.
Yeah. And if you're I don't know if we've talked about this, Nate. If you don't have money in Dogecoin, I don't know what you're doing. If you don't have money,
think I still have some in Doge.
If you don't have money in it right now, because I mean, the Twitter has proclaimed 420 as Doge Day.
Really?
It's currently valued at about 34 cents a share.
It actually retained value.
At the beginning of the year, it was about 3 cents a share.
It's still at like 34?
No, it in the last, let's see when this was. Yeah, so 2 days ago, it was at about 40 cents. It dipped. It probably hit a valley of about 25 cents over like yesterday, and it's currently on the climb again. So it dipped at one point. Like, I mean, everything's going to have small fluctuations with a large.
I mean, well, that's how it works. Whenever
selling.
there's a cap and you need to get over it, like Bitcoin,
Yes.
every time, each month, like I said, it's probably gone up about $10,000. Each time it hits that, it takes a little bit of a hit and then it slowly climbs back up. And that's just how it is. When you hit a cap, you need to be able to break the threshold. And that's usually very hard to not slip a little because people start pulling because they're like, okay, now it's going to go down. And then when they pull, it causes it to drop and all that stuff.
But Twitter's mission currently is to make Doge valued at $1 by on 420. $1.
Imagine if you
Which-
just put $5 into it.
So on my wise counsel, my brother Sam put $50 in when it was worth about 4 cents. I'm not going to say how much it's worth now. It's not hard to do the math. It's very not hard to do the math to figure out what it will be worth when it's $1 a share.
Yeah.
Crazy. People that put like $1,000 in like a year ago, dude, millionaires easily. Let me look at the 5-year. So for a long time, for about a year, it was worth wait, that's a tenth, hundredth, thousandth, 2/10,000ths of a cent.
Yes. That's when I first started day trading Doge.
Yeah, and then
It was around there.
It like did ups and downs for a little bit, and it was it stayed the same about until August. That's crazy that it was that low even then. And then
Yeah.
it started going crazy. Like, I mean, we all hear about it. It's crazy. If you're
I
not,
might have to
if you're
throw
not,
some in.
you're not capable of investing due to your age, just write it out. Like this, I feel like this is the currency of the meme community.
Yeah.
This is going to keep going up. Like this is turning into a safe investment at this point.
Which is scary. It's so
terrifying.
scary that there's that much influence to be able to make it from such a volatile and risky investment that it's now becoming a safe bet. That is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Completely.
For any of my brothers and sisters on the Wall Street's Bet Reddit, I applaud you for doing this. I applaud you for beating the hedge funds and everything you have done between GameStop and Dogecoin. Congrats.
Thank you.
I love you.
You
In
made
fact,
me money.
I think more people should be like you.
I like you because you made me money. That's what this is. Thank you.
Imagine what they made. Oh my God.
I can't believe it. So I feel like this is it. It's a nice
Yeah,
chat.
just chit in the chat. And
See, that this has to stop.
guess what I'm going
You're-
to title it? Chitting the chat.
No, you're not, because I will log in and change the title.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it's just going to be a back and forth of changing the title.
No, it's going to be me changing the title and then changing the password. Done. Easy.
Well, I'm the one that created the account. And it's my brand. So I guess it'll just be off and replaced.
Yeah. Good luck replacing me.
I actually do. I do have an interested party. So.
Well, you can't get rid of me. You can try. Good luck.
Well, then don't change the password and let me do my thing.
Don't call it chitting the chat.
Why not?
Because it's dumb.
It's Mimi. It's us. It's what we love. We love
No,
memes.
it's not Mimi. It's cringe. There's a fine line.
It's not Mimi. It's Meme.
That's cringe. You're proving my point. You are cringe. You've turned into cringe. Congratulations.
I've been cringe for years. What else is new?
You're proving my point. You're cringe.
I wanna ask you something.
What's that?
And it's okay if your answer is nothing. You can say nothing, exactly nothing. But what rhymes with orange?
Door hinge. There's all kinds of things that rhyme with orange.
You messed up the joke because you're smart. And I don't
There you go.
appreciate it.
It's what happens when you pay attention to the way that words work.
And you know what? I'm glad you noticed.
Door
And
hinge,
a
4-inch.
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 Interesting.
Orange, 4-inch. Door hinge. If you say them the right ways, they'll rhyme. But if you say them,
Yeah, it's just the alteration of words and the
Yes.
pronunciation.
anyways, this is a place to end.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Wait, my comment.
Mike's comments. And you know what? I know there's people, and I caught someone. They've been watching the videos and listening to the audio versions. And they don't even do Mike's comment.
What are you doing?
So
If
any
you
of
got-
you that are doing it, because we even comment Mike's comment.
Yes.
I take the time to go.
I comment my
comment-
own comment.
Yeah,
I
like,
do.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
What are you doing? Comment.
Comment your favorite type of Oreo, whether it's a flavor, whether it's golden, double stuff, mega stuff, regular, thin, any of them. Comment your favorite type of Oreo. And
Tasty.
Kings and Queens, we will see you in the next episode. Watch out for all the new things coming out.
We got a
Like,
lot of
subscribe,
ideas.
tell your friends. Thank you all for watching so much. We really appreciate you. Catch you later.
Peace out.